Welcome in to the MaddenCast HOF Ceremony. It's Vols with me tonight, as always, is Denham. How you doing, Denham?
What's going on, man?
Not much. Excited to get this Hall of Fame ceremony underway. What
Yeah, for
how do you
sure.
feel about it?
I definitely think we, as a group, made a good decision, and I'm excited to put this person into the hall. It's definitely well deserved, and I'm excited to get into it.
Yeah, it's always exciting to do one of these. And then we got the Hall of Fame game after this, so that's kind of even more exciting. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just getting caught up on chat and stuff. Let's see. All right, so looks like we've got about 9 people in, so not a bad number to start.
Okay.
I was gonna kind of give people the link one more time, just before we before we get in there and announce it. Get some people in here.
And while you're working on that, I'll just go ahead and let everybody know we have got through almost all the trades. There were a few that we've reached out to. We still have a few more to reach out to, but unfortunately, we've all kind of had a busy, long day. So we weren't able to get as much done today as what we wanted to. But with that being said, obviously, tomorrow is going to be a busy day as well, with the NFL starting and hopefully Madden rosters dropping. But we will get those finished up so that we can let everybody know where they stand on their trades. Um, but for the most part, I think everybody's put two and two together. If your trade has a thumbs up, then it has been approved by the committee and is good to process once we go. We will be going through and verifying franchise players one more time, just because there has been some people sign contracts. But if they don't put those contracts in Madden,
Right.
then we can't change their franchise player. So there may be a few franchise players changing once Madden is released. But we can't just assume the contract's going to be in there because they've already made it clear that they're not putting all the contracts in there. So
Yeah, as
that will affect some franchise players, but we can't just, we can't make the call without the rosters and everything being finalized. So there will be maybe some last minute adjustments to some of the team's franchise players,
yeah, and that was
and
Sundance
it
had reached
should
out.
only affect future faces. All it should affect,
Right.
but
Yeah. Yeah. Sundance basically reached out earlier and was saying, change Ramsey to future face, and it's easy to say that, but more than likely that contract with it being done today probably ain't going to be in that update.
yeah, no, I doubt it,
Because
and we
I think
can't.
the
We're not going to
cutoff was
change
going to be
contracts.
Hopkins more than
So
likely. I don't even think the
yeah,
Hopkins
that's
contract is going to be in.
That's kind of where
So
I'm at with it. But you never know. They may get
yeah,
them all put in, and they were just telling us that just in case they didn't. So it's not
right.
like they're doing much. So they should be able to get it all taken care of. They didn't change shit. So, but we'll see. But we'll know more once that's released, and we'll handle that like we always do. But unfortunately, we kind of have our hands tied until everything is released. So
Right. Yeah, it was good bringing up the trades. Trade admin committee did a great job getting through all that. I mean, I think they were posted Saturday and today's Wednesday, and they're pretty much all done. And there's been more posted. So good job
yeah,
to everybody that was doing that. I helped
yeah,
out
and
just
we
on a
didn't.
handful, but it was mainly you, B, and Brad and MCC, so or Glass, whatever. So y'all did a good job with all
Yeah,
that.
wasn't just looking at a trade and just.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I seen the
Um,
conversations.
yeah, we
Y'all
spent a
did more
lot
than
of
just look
time
at them.
on each
Yeah,
trade.
yeah,
We looked at contracts. We looked at cap kits. I mean, we really broke down the trade. So when we tried to approve as many as we could without being too picky, but obviously there's always some that we just feel need a little tweaking. And then unfortunately, we did have one trade that we just straight out denied because it wasn't even close. So,
right. All right.
but considering all those trades, to only have one just straight out absolutely denied is
Yeah,
honestly that's pretty impressive. So
yeah, I agree. They were all pretty close as far as I didn't feel like there were a lot of trade rape out there. All right. With that being said, let's go on and get to it. So, basically, we're here to induct the newest member into MHU's Hall of Fame. Last year, we inducted our first member. The Hall of Fame actually had been around since 2017, so nobody got inducted until 2019, which would have been Hotep, aka Fun Guy, last year. Got inducted. Not necessarily going to add somebody every year, but we felt like this year we needed to add this person. Just what he's done, not only in chat and the community, but I mean on the football field, it speaks for itself. When you win championships, you can't argue championships. So, with that being said, let's welcome our newest Hall of Fame member, Bread. I think he's
Hey, what's
Brad.
yeah.
yeah, what's going
What's
on? What's
going
going on? I
on?
appreciate you all. Appreciate you all.
Yeah,
All right, but I gotta come in hot real quick. I know you said you can't argue championships, but I can argue one that's out there. And he knows who that is. He came to my division. He waiting for this ass kicking all year. That was an easy one. Shout out to Beeman for giving up that one. I think he might have paid him off or something. I don't know. But shit. Jaden is not on any level of anybody who got a Super Bowl in here, and I talk shit about Mickey all the time too, because he's also down there on the list, but he's definitely above Jaden. So we're gonna see this year. He got a whole superstar team and shit. So we're just gonna go in there and knock him off. But back to the Hall of Fame. I mean, playing Madden has always been fun. I do it for competition. I do it for talking shit and something just to do on the side. But without y'all called it man Hot Tep or Hotep and Fun Guy and shit, but anti back in the day got me out of playing lobby ball and shit and brought me into CFM. And since then, CFM has been my go-to. I'll keep talking about branching off the mud, but unfortunately, I don't think I'll ever be able to 100% do that as long as we got MHU here. So I'm here until I'm an old ass man, and then I'll have to hand the reins over for sure because I know I'm gonna be getting my ass kicked soon. But I just appreciate everything that you guys do. Denim involves OMG, Beeman. I do help a little bit, but you guys do a shit ton of work, just not with the podcast. Just a lot of stuff behind the scenes that people don't really see. Just discussing things that are going on and how things are handled. Just even little issues such as glitches in the game or something. You guys just address that so quick and just get on it before it snowballs and turns into a whole fiasco. So you guys keep this running. All the users, you guys too. Um, Even people like Gumbo, who are gonna leave in November and shit. Um, they they're needed for sure because we're like I said, we're a community. It's not just a league. Everybody has their input and they help it out. Um, Maybe somebody might get in the Hall of Fame next year, maybe not. But I just can say I'm privileged to be here and for the future going forward, I'm gonna keep it rolling. Winning or losing, whatever, don't matter now. Can't take that shit away.
Nope.
So I'll turn back over to you guys.
Yep.
Let's see what we got next.
That was a great speech there. Um, one of a
Oh
kind
yeah,
for
fuck
sure.
Jaden.
So, but yeah, there you have it, Brad, newest member in the Hall of Fame. Denham, you want to maybe touch on it a little bit?
Yeah, man. I mean, obviously, the rings. They speak for themselves. He's always always around. You got two different breads. Well, technically, you have four with his burners, but you got regular season bread, but then you got playoff bread. And unfortunately for us, playoff bread is a totally different monster, as you see by all the rings on that man's finger. So, but no, I mean, just in general, great to have around. Great for activity, great for shit talking, getting things stirred up. Sometimes maybe a little too far, but we all know that's just part of bread. He's great, great to have in the community. I wouldn't trade him for anybody. Maybe Derwin James. If we could get the real Derwin James in here, we've tried a couple times. Maybe we could trade Brett for him, but I really doubt it. So, but no, man, welcome. Congratulations. Thank you for all you do behind the scenes as well. Obviously, we need you just like you need MHU. So, congratulations. Glad to have you a part of it, man.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yep, well said. Um, I know last year we had Hotep's bus on show. There was a miscommunication as far as getting the bus here for the show. It didn't make it. It's still shipping. So I've got to
Yeah, I heard
make
it
it.
was intercepted.
Yeah,
It was intercepted in either LA or Denver. They were just being assholes and wouldn't let it
yeah, they
wouldn't
were.
let it through customs,
Yeah,
so
yeah, they were
it'll get
they were
here in a
giving a
day
hard
or
time
so.
for sure. But it'll get here, and once it gets here, we'll get it posted up in the chat, and of course in the Hall of Fame. So um, that way you'll be there forever. You just won't have a little picture of you on a stage on a show. So, but yeah, so we'll get
Yeah,
that eventually. Go ahead.
I'm sure it'd be that picture that freaking Frank got. Oh, there you go. Put the old man one up. I see. I'm looking in chat now. So good job, Frank.
Yeah. So we'll get that put up here in the next couple days, hopefully. While I got both of you real quick before we sign off, we got more to talk about. Just the Hall of Fame. We got the Hall of Fame game next.
Woohoo!
Typically do a Hall of Fame ceremony followed by the Hall of Fame game, kind of like the NFL does in real life. Hall of Fame game featuring myself versus Wood, young baby Oil. We played once already in the tournament. Played in the winners bracket championship. He beat me 21-7. I just had to win one game in the losers bracket, and I got back in. So yeah, basically turn it over. Whoever wants to talk, Denham, Brad, whichever one y'all want to go first. Just talk about the game tonight, 9 o'clock, so 30 minutes. Kind of what y'all foresee happening. Just talk about that a little bit, and then don't forget double XP in the chat starting at 9 o'clock. Ends when the game ends. So yeah.
All right. You wanna take it first, Denham?
Yeah, man, that's fine.
Go ahead.
So basically, when all this started, I picked the finals. I picked Vols versus Baby Oil. And I stick by what I originally said. And it's Woods to win. There could be a possibility of a game two. But I just think the dominance that Woods had so far, plus with that roster, and Vols doesn't have obviously the team that he's going to be putting out on the field come week one. But I just think it's Woods. That team is just it's a lot to handle. He's playing pretty good right now. We're all trying to figure out this game itself and figure out what we're going to do. But I think Wood is just a little further ahead of how he wants to run this team as far as in this playoff. So I would have to go with Wood. I'm going to go my score for tonight. I'm going to go 28-21 Wood.
All right. Yeah, I'll just piggyback off that. I'm going to say tonight's game is going to unfortunately cause another game in this preseason tournament. Just the way I don't watch streams that much, but just the tournament since I've been bored as hell, I've been watching them, and the way that freaking Balls is playing defense is insane. I mean, we all know he's going to run the cover 3. He has that scheme down so well. But how he uses that fucking safety, I messaged him, today or yesterday. I was like, dude, that shit is sick, because he is on it to make a quick break, but he does not abandon that area that assigned computer person is supposed to patrol. So tonight, I think he extends it with a score of 28-17. Henry is gonna break out. Long as he's not throwing picks and turn the ball over, Henry's gonna do his thing because his defense is good enough to handle it. But when it gets to this game 2 of the finals, I think Wood's gonna beat him, because Vols does not want to give too much of his scheme away. So I'm sure he's not gonna do anything out of what he does the first game, and that's gonna be where Wood is gonna be able to capitalize on that and pull out game 2 of the championship, double elimination. And it's gonna be, I don't know, he's gonna break that defense at that point. So I'm gonna say 28-10. And then he's going to get that development upgrade. But this has no reflection, like you said, on what it's going to be in the season, because obviously people don't have their teams and exactly what they're going to have. But I just think that Wood is going to eventually win it, but tonight is not going to be the last of it.
Nice.
All right, some good insight there. I just hope I don't get embarrassed. That's all I'm going to say.
If you get embarrassed, I'm going to clown you in the admin chat. I'll tell you that.
Hopefully it doesn't happen. So, but
well, you know what formula to use, so just run that beast.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. So with that, that's basically it for tonight. Small little quick show. Just a reminder, it's 8:33 on the East Coast. 27 minutes. Game will be kicking off. If it happens to kick off early, we'll get the double XP started basically whenever it starts. I've got it on my phone. I just got to log in, cut it on. Pretty quick and simple. So we'll get that going here in the next 25 minutes, hopefully. So just be in the chat, be ready for it. While I got some of you here, I think there's about 15 here right now, so about half the league. Just remember the announcement I posted earlier about spamming. We don't need to see the spamming. Admins are going to mute, and if they mute you, they're going to leave you on mute till the game's over with. Double XP is supposed to be on for big games, for everybody to be in the chat to talk about those big games, instead of being on YouTube or Twitch talking about them. We want the conversation in our server, get the double XP for it. So just remember, don't take advantage of it, because you'll be paying the price. And admins, you can't mute each other, so if y'all spam, y'all getting reset back to 0. So just remember that. Don't want to do that.
That's fine. I done made all my trades. Fuck them tribute points.
So, but anyways,
I don't care about them attributes.
Right. Anyways, that's gonna be it for tonight. Once again, congratulations to Brad for getting into the Hall of Fame. Well deserved. For Denim, this is Vols signing off.